Welcome to Seize the Mains by Malhotra's IS Academy. I'm Surbhi Sardana and this is Season 3 of our Daily Answer Writing Initiative. This initiative, the objective is to teach you answer writing, to tell you how to approach questions in civil services mains, whether it's for state civil services or Union Public Service Commission civil services examination. So here on our website, if you see rajisacademy.com, this is a snapshot, this is a screenshot of our website. The link to our website is copied in the description below. Click on that and you'll reach this page. Here on our website in the mains answer writing section, you will see that a list of questions will appear which have been uploaded with their answers for you to practice. Not only we come up with one question from contemporary affairs on the lines of UPSC exam every day, but we also give you mock answer or sample answer with each of the questions, and in fact discussion for every answer, how to approach an answer, what to do about it. That happens every day on our YouTube channel at 9 PM. So in the comment section here, what you can do is you can try to write your own answer and post pictures of your answer in the comment section, and our team will evaluate your answers, give to you their valuable feedback entirely free of cost. So let's see what is the topic for today. The topic is Uniform Civil Code. This topic has been already discussed on our YouTube channel in Polity Weekly Current Affairs today taken by Ms. Rishti. So the question is, the desirability of a UCC or Uniform Civil Code is consistent with the principles of equality, fairness and justice. In the light of this statement, discuss the issues associated with implementation of Uniform Civil Code. Answer in 250 words. See, there is just one part to this question, but in court code you have been given a statement. So desirability of a UCC, that it has not, we desire a good Uniform Civil Code for the country, it is consistent with the principles of equality, fairness and justice. So all these values they make UCC very desirable. So in the light of this line we will be writing our introduction and conclusion. आपका जो आंसर है एक वेल पैक्ड स्ट्रक्चर की तरह होना चाहिए जिसमें हर चीज़ क्वेश्चन से रिलेट करती हो. Obviously the exact question in this is that in the light of this statement discuss the issues. So discussing the issues associated with the implementation of UCC, that is your real question, but how you approach it, how you frame your answer will decide how many marks you are awarded. So let's begin. As usual, the first part of our answer will be introduction. So in the introduction we'll create a space for introducing UCC in India. So let's talk about generally that based on their religion, faith and beliefs, India has different laws for different communities in matters such as marriage, divorce, inheritance and adoption. And what are the lines? They are different for every religion, every faith, every belief. Basically for every community these laws are different. A Uniform Civil Code would provide for one law for the entire country, applicable to all communities in their personal matters. The Constitution, so here you've given the introduction about UCC, what UCC is, what it aims to achieve. Now since this is a question from Polity GS paper 2, you also need to underline, you also need to highlight some important articles of Constitution and some of the important judgments of Supreme Court or High Court. So the Constitution lists the UCC among directive principles of state policy under Article 44. And also you can write about this, that the state shall endeavour to secure a uniform civil code for the citizens throughout the territory of India. Currently Goa is the only state across India that has uniform civil code. With this you can add lines that securing a uniform civil code will bring all these religion, faith and belief to follow just one code in terms of personal laws, and it will benefit or it will take a step further in the unity and integrity of India. It will also ensure gender equality, as we've seen in the case of the Shahabano case. So these cases or these lines have been underlined in the body paragraph also, but you can also add one line in the introduction here with regards to any knowledge of yours that would take a step further and establish UCC as something that will ensure integrity and unity of the country and ensure qualities of values of justice and equality. Now moving on to our body paragraph, we need to introduce our body paragraph as well. So there are some issues or challenges associated with the implementation of Uniform Civil Code in India. What are they? First of all, there is existence of pluralism in personal laws. Personal laws जो सारी country में prevalent हैं, they are not same. For example, for Hindus, we do not have just one type of laws, or for Muslims or for any other community, let's say, we just do not have one set of laws which has to be taken into consideration while framing a UCC. No. Across religious communities, within religious communities, we have different types of laws which govern marriage, adoption, divorce and things like that. Also, we have tribal population and their customary laws are protected, are guaranteed by the Constitution of India. So, even though Hindus follow a clutch of personal laws, they also recognize customs and practices of different communities and different states. The Muslim personal law is also not entirely uniform. Not only British legal traditions, even those of the Portuguese and the French remain operative in some parts of the country. And here we will talk about the tribal customary laws, that in the northeast there are more than 200 tribes with their own varied customary laws, and these customary laws enjoy protection under the Constitution. So, existence of pluralism in personal laws, that remains as a challenge, not an issue per se, but yes, a challenge to the implementation of UCC or to the drafting of UCC. Second, Indian laws, they do not follow a uniform code in most civil matters. For example, yes, there are laws like the Indian Contract Act is there, Civil Procedure Code, Sale of Goods Act, Transfer of Property Act, and such acts are there, but hundreds of amendments have been made in certain matters by various state governments in this regard. So again, bringing everything down to just one law, one uniform civil code, that is going to be tough. The third one is plurality and diversity again. So many a times courts have reiterated that implementing UCC is the need of the hour. Especially in the Shah Bano case, we realize that cases of marriage, divorce and adoption, especially divorce, they need to follow one personal law for all religious communities all over the country. We saw that in Shah Bano case, and Supreme Court reiterated that UCC should be brought in, and Supreme Court has done this from time to time. But the Law Commission report of 2018, they carried out a lot of research for the diversity of India, and they laid down their opinion that UCC is neither necessary and nor desirable at this stage, given the diversity of the country and the number of laws that are prevalent and the type of population we have. So as secularism cannot be contradictory to plurality. So yes, we want to establish a secular society, a secular country, and we need to move towards ideal forms of secularism, but it cannot be contradictory to the diversity or plurality that we have in our country. So it only ensures peaceful coexistence of cultural differences. That is what we mean by secularism. It is this plurality that also makes it difficult to evolve consensus on uniform civil code. Then fourth one again talks about Indian secularism, in this case called TMA Pai Foundation versus State of Karnataka. The Supreme Court reiterated that the essence of secularism in India is recognition and preservation of the different types of people, not competing with their religious identities or their communal identities. It is about recognition and preservation of different types of people with their diverse languages, different beliefs, and placing them together so as to form a whole united India. So whole united India does not mean that we need to have same form of laws for the entire country, but it entails recognizing diversity, recognizing plurality. That is what is the definition of Indian secularism. So the idea of UCC might not be in consonance with the spirit of Indian secularism, because Indian secularism is not like Western form of secularism. We are a country that follows the positive definition of secularism. So where multiple individual identities coexist under the umbrella of the national identity. The fifth one, and this is the most interesting one per se, issue of drafting the UCC. Given the diversity, given the plurality, given the types of customary practices or the customs and rituals that are followed in India, we need to question basic basic values, basic actions. For example, what is the meaning of adoption? Why is it carried? For example, in Hinduism for a very long time, adoption was carried, adoption of a male heir for the family was carried for religious purposes. Then since there were legal practices also involved, so adoption was prevalent in adoption has been now recognized in most of the religions in India, but earlier it was seen only in cases of Hinduism, and not other religions prevalent at that time. So one, we need to question what is the need of adoption, what is the need of marriage, what is the need of divorce, how do we define all these practices, and what is the purpose of all these practices. Once you have recognized the purpose of something, only then you can have a good law or act that can decide that how to pursue this action, how to pursue adoption, how to pursue marriage, how to pursue divorce, how to carry it further. So that these questions have to be taken, these actions have to be questioned to the roots. So there is no guideline or a vision document as of now for India that whether UCC should be a blend of all the personal laws that are prevalent in the country or a new and common law adhering to the constitutional mandate. So there is no guiding document. For example, in the constitution, we had constitutions of other countries as guiding documents, and we had the values of our own freedom struggle. But for uniform civil code, and religion in India is such a sensitive topic, we do not have a guiding document. Plus, proper discussions, liberal discussions, free discussions are not possible here because religion is a very sensitive topic to everyone, especially personal laws, how marriage is conducted, how divorce happens, things like that. These are very sensitive issues to people of all religions, and everybody sees these issues very differently. So again, it is one of the biggest challenge for UCC, that drafting the UCC is going to be a big problem. Also, the UCC would have to answer some fundamental questions which I was talking about, that what is the criteria for marriage and divorce, what are the processes of and consequences for adoption. Legally, yes, we understand, in legal languages, yes, we understand, but when we are framing personal law for the entire country, we need to understand the depth of a concept or for example of marriage or divorce to its roots. So what are the rights to maintenance or just division of wealth in the event of a divorce? What are the rules of inheritance of property? So see, these laws, as we've seen in all the countries, they evolve with time, with every judgment, with every recent judgment of the Supreme Court or High Court. These laws keep on evolving because human beings keep on evolving. Since how we function, how we interact in a society, that is changing, hence our laws have to change with time. So drafting a UCC that should be very close to ideal and should satisfy all sections of population, that is going to be a very big challenge. Then there are concerns of minorities, whether you talk about religious minorities or any other types of minorities existing in the country. They feel threatened that majority will take over their customary practices, their religion will not be respected, their religion will be lost, and things like that. So there are impediments in adoption of UCC when it comes to addressing minority concerns such as separatism, conservatism, misconceived notions about personal laws. Most minorities feel a sense of insecurity, and this is a big challenge. When people or communities are insecure, it makes us hard to approach them with address them with a liberal approach, because every solution, every point that has to be put forward, is taken with an eye of doubt. They feel doubtful about every action that is being taken by the government or every discussion that comes up. So there is they feel a sense of insecurity, complete loss of identity, and marginalization within Indian society, and imposition of a majoritarian outlook on minority religions, which would heighten if UCC comes into play. So that's why they are against uniform civil code, and that's why we see all the protests, all the debates, discussions happening. We see a lot of newspaper articles nowadays that UCC should not be implemented. So yes, these were the 6 broad issues that were related to UCC. We will be really happy if you can highlight more issues in the comment section to this video. or in the comment section to our website. If you can write full answer, whether it's copied from here, even if you take the same points, try to write your own answer within 250 words. We would be very happy to evaluate your answers and give you our feedback. In the conclusion, not very long because our body paragraph has been very long, so just write that UCC cannot on its own solve all the problems. So we are writing a very general conclusion here that yes, we understand that there are some issues with regards to diversity in personal laws, differences in personal laws, and that impairs equality, justice, liberty of many communities in the country, especially women or other vulnerable sections of society. But all the good change that would depend on thoughtfulness that goes behind drafting of UCC and its implementation. What makes a good law is that it is just, clear and constitutional. So this is your conclusion for the day. This is your entire answer. This full answer will be uploaded on our website tomorrow, that is within 24 hours, and you can keep posting your answers on our website even beyond the deadline. There is no deadline for posting any answers. If you feel that you are comfortable, just go back to any question on our website, post your answer to that, try to write your own answer, post it there. We will get the notification and we will evaluate your answer as soon as possible. Stay tuned, keep working hard, and all the best.